Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Nuff channel. In this video we're going to do a quick review of Game Week 22 and preview Game Week 23 for Fantasy Premier League in the 2023-24 season. So a bang on average week with 48 should have been a little bit better. And I guess for those who follow the channel know I do have a tendency to do this sometimes, but the chat that I sort of have in the videos and I say this is what I'm going to do, and then I forget to do the final bit around saving a team or undo something. It's struck again. So if we have a look at the team, so we had Areola in goal and got us 3 points. That's okay. Uh, the defense wasn't as good as last round, obviously. Pyro with a point, Stupinan with a 0, um, Luton getting 4 past them, and Gabriel with a 2-pointer. So not much to talk about there. Palmer blanked. Richarlison got a goal. I'm pretty sure that was a goal. Yep, just checking. Saka with 10 points was really good. And Bowen with the 1 point. Don't know why that was. Must be yellow card. Maybe, yeah, yellow card. There we go. So in the round 22 preview video, I talked about captaining Watkins, given Haaland was still on the comeback trail. I must have forgot to save it because I was cheering when Watkins got a goal, and then I looked and I didn't get the double points. I was a bit upset, but again, at the end of the day, it's just a game, and these things happen. Probably a bit too much. I need to put some systems in place to stop it, but yeah, it cost me a few points in the end. As you can see, I got stuck with Haaland as the captain, who came off the bench for a point. And Julian Alvarez is really good too. So I guess, with Haaland back, KDB back, a lot of people were saying it's time to get off Alvarez. But given he started and got 2 goals, that was cheering for that. And then our bench, so Dubravka got 3, so we probably would have got the same. We did toss up Trippier, but we sort of backed Watkins to get a goal. So I'm guessing Trippier must have got some attacking stuff. Yep, so an assist, 2 bonus points. So even though he conceded a goal, he also would have scored a lot better than our other defenders. And Gusto, rightly so, against Liverpool, not getting a point. So let's see if we can get the trades or transfers right for this week. We've got 3.5 mil to spend, and I did sort of basically discuss this in the last video, but we're going to get rid of Bowen because of his tough run against um, Liverpool and Arsenal. I think it is back to back. So, oh no, it must be Man City and Liverpool. Oh no, Man United and Arsenal. There you go. I sort of had one of the teams right there. But we are going to bring in De Bruyne. He looked good again. Played 70 minutes, so you'd imagine he should be back in the fold full time, along with Haaland. He's had one off the bench. He should probably start the next game. So then that begs the question: do we get off of Alvarez at this point? The probably the factor is we've got 7.7 to spend, so that does limit our options. Well, actually, it doesn't really limit our options. It's wide open. So we could go with Solanke. He's got a couple of good games. Newcastle haven't been that convincing of late. But then Man City. So, that'd probably be a bit of a short-term solution. Unless, we bench him for the Man City game and then they go on a run. Could look at someone like Nunez, who could have ended up with 4 in the goal scored department if he could squeeze it inside the framework. But they do play Arsenal this week, so it's probably more of a look next week. But then they do have a blank Man City coming up, so probably not the long-term answer. And then after that, take your pick. Like We could go someone super cheap like Adebayo, who got the hat trick this week. Not expecting that every week, obviously. Although he has scored 8 goals this season, which is not bad. No assists is a bit concerning though. For I think he's a winger. I haven't followed Luton too closely, to be honest. I guess then the other option that has just come to mind is we could have a look at Ivan Tony. Although at 8 million, I think we're priced out, aren't we? Yeah. So maybe not Tony, but they got Man City, Liverpool in the next three, and then Man City again in the double. So maybe just one for the watch list. That's such a tough run, but does finish strong too. So we'll keep an eye on him. He's come back, played 90 minutes, scored goals in both games, which is nice. But I guess Tottenham's not the strongest defence, and Forest clearly not either. So yeah, definitely one to put on the watch list. But he is just out of our price range at this point. So I guess those are the forward options. The other one is we could look elsewhere, so whether we go into midfield or defence. We can't afford Alexander Arnold. And then just looking through the list, I'm pretty happy with this back five. I think it's a good blend of teams, lots of attacking sort of wing back options. Um, so probably midfield is where we'll look to upgrade. So Son should be out again for a little while, getting up over Australia the other night. Was it last night? I can't remember now. It's all the days mashing in together at the moment. So, Richarlison's still got a good run. Gordon, in a team that's been underperforming, he's still getting some returns for us, which is pretty nice. And their fixtures do now open up as well. Other than Arsenal, you can see a lot of Greens and even Chelsea, haven't been fantastic of late. So I think we'll definitely hang on to um, Gordon. Palmer, he's pretty much playing as a striker, so sort of like a Jared Bowen light. Hold him, Saka. We'll try to hold him as long as we can to sort of flip back to Son once he returns. Um, but I guess based on what we just looked at with Gordon, one player I did overlook in the forward list is Isak. So a bit of an injury perhaps. Only played half a game, so maybe that spoils it, but obviously does have that nice run coming up of fixtures. So I might have to go away and do a little bit of a recce, but I guess even if it's not too bad, we could bring Isak in. Because we've got Bravka, of course, we can't do that. Don't want to do another trade. But he is another option for those looking for a forward option. Jackson hasn't played the last couple. Oh, he'd still be at the African Cup of Nations, wouldn't he? Perhaps. It doesn't say he is, but Jesus we can't afford. Yeah, nothing really stands out there, I suppose. So I might just leave Alvarez. We can always roll the transfer another week as well. It's not panic stations just yet. So let's confirm De Bruyne in, and we'll pick our team for this week. So with Saka playing against Liverpool, we'll probably leave him out of the captain VC conversation. So after that, it probably does come down to the two Man City assets. Um, three maybe if we consider Alvarez. We could go Watkins again. I say again. Against Sheffield United, that's a nice matchup, I think, for him. So you know what, let's do it. Captain, Haaland, vice captain. I think we've got to get Trippier in playing Luton, so we might swap Gabriel out. Gusto against Wolves at home is nice, but we've got a Stupidan. Crystal Palace aren't, the most attacking team. Porro, Everton, yeah, okay. Um, yeah, so he may just sort of drift ahead of Gabriel in the reserves list. But I think we do have to get the other Newcastle assets in. So Ariola can sit on the bench, and Gordon is going to come in for. Do we bench Saka? That would be a bold move. I think we might, which is a bit crazy, but well, it's better to be crazy than good, I suppose. All right, so we'll go with that. Lock it in, save the team. Your team has been saved, so hopefully Watkins gets up and where we don't have those issues again. But there's the team. I can't quite fit Dubravka and the bench in, but I guess you get the idea. um, yeah, so as always, if you've got any questions or comments or thoughts about the team, always happy to hear those in the comments section below. If you enjoy the FPL content, remember to give the videos a like. Subscribe for all of the fantasy content we've got here on the channel. And other than that, I'll catch you in the next one.